There is a judge who is apparently directly connected to this case, now broken her silence. We're talking about Chancery Judge Ashley Cole, whose son was one of the friends out on the boat trip with Nolan, posted a lengthy statement on Facebook saying, quote, "Our son loved Nolan dearly. Unfortunately, I feel that it is appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors with facts based upon the social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. Our son was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. He saw Nolan last at around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taking on water and they had an issue with the bilge pump. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. My family is hopeful that this information will help to redirect the attention to the Wells family, their grief, and their need for our community's support." Joe, first of all, this is a judge, right? Second of all, didn't have to make a statement, made a statement, and gave some very specific details about the last or some of the last movements and activities of Nolan. What do you take away from it?
The judge is putting her toe in the water. Judges often go out of their way not to make public statements because they're judges. And it is interesting that she's making this statement. And I will give you 10-1. Jackson County is probably a small enough place, figuratively, if not literally, where I will give you 10-1 that she knows, or the prosecutor. She knows the prosecutor knows her. She knows the investigator, the investigating agency, or the investigating agency knows her. And she knows the coroner's agency, or the coroner's agency knows her. So when you put all of that together, and I'm the family of this deceased, that doesn't necessarily put me at ease. I think there's two things that you can agree with right now between those families and those parents. I don't believe either of them wanted the son dead, okay? And I believe that they both understand that the judge doesn't want her kid to go to jail either. So all of this is going on, which makes transparency related to the investigation all the more important. And even though she framed it as something that would divert attention back to the family, she's talking about the family's grief. She's not talking about the family's justice. So there's a difference there in terms of what it is that's happening. How you see things depends on from where you sit. And I don't think she had to put her toe in the water at all. She decided to, but I think that says a lot as well, potentially.
Didn't you think it was interesting? Another group of friends. He went with another group of friends.
Yeah, it's on them.
That was interesting.
Yeah, potentially on them. And so, but did he leave the other group of friends his cell phone? If that's true, what they reported is that somehow they showed up, the group of friends that left him showed up with his cell phone. Now, they say it's a pretty remote place and there's not a lot of service out there. I don't know how well your cell service works or whatever, but it seems like to me, I'd keep my cell phone. If I have a 19-year-old kid, whether I thought it was going to work or not, it wouldn't occur to me to leave. So that's the biggest question right now. It's actually, it's circumstantial evidence. If that, it's not DNA, it's nothing like that. Why did this kid leave them the cell phone if that's what actually happened? I wasn't there. So it leads to some very interesting questions. And when you put all of that together, now I can see both sides of the coin as to why Judge Mom might want to put her toe in the water.